This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not meeting Mrs. Jones in that cafe for a chat and nothing else, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
Generational wealth, it's this idea of like hard work that gets carried on that had been executed from ancestors, and so the generations down the line are a bit more set up already, like in a very favorable position financially to succeed. And it kind of makes me think of like privilege a lot, because when I think about stuff like gentrification or people with privilege or in a more privileged position in like the current society as it is right now, I think of this idea that they probably had this generational wealth.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Mga kaibigan, ito po si Kuya Bert Kawili.
And this is Miles Salvador from Australia.
And I'm Norb Kawili, also known as Norbcam.
Kung gusto niyo po ang latest news and events from the Philippines at the local Filipino community, feel Radio po.
We play Filipino music and interview guests from all around the world.
And I'll keep you updated on the latest Seahawks and sports news.
Kaya always tune in. Feel Radio every Tuesday, 1 to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
And in YouTube and Facebook. Salamat po.
Tune in to Real Estate and Money every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3 here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Join your hosts Violetta Strash with John L. Scott Kent North and Tina Lombard with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. They'll help you navigate the waters of our volatile real estate market and offer you some guidance on how to make your hard-earned money work to make your dreams come true. Learn about current trends, get tips on financial matters, and have fun, interactive discussions about your home inside and out. That's Real Estate and Money.
Do you have an idea for a community project in your neighborhood? You could be eligible for up to $50,000 in funding through the City of Seattle's Neighborhood Matching Fund. Grants are awarded to grassroots projects that build stronger communities, with an emphasis on projects led by impacting Black, Indigenous, and people of color BIPOC communities. To learn more about the Neighborhood Matching Fund or to see if your project meets the criteria, visit seattle.gov/neighborhoods/NMF.
I'm Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not cooking up a batch of my famous wood-flavored chicken, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Have you ever went over a friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good?
What's going on, world? It's your boy OG Mambo.
And your guy D Money. Join us along with Pint Size Patron and ID Yourself
Here on Fresh Juice at Rainier Avenue Radio.
Every Wednesday hump day from 9 to 11 Pacific.
Get exclusive interviews from your favorite artists, all the hottest music, and updates on what we got going on in the world.
Here go the first song.
Feel like I might live forever young. Yeah. Forever young. Forever, ever. So high, I might never fall. Yeah. They think I'm better off. Yeah. I keep the same energy. I've been down, but I'm finna be up. I'm finna be, yeah. They gon' remember me. I was down, but I'm finna be up. I'm finna be, yeah, I'm finna be.
Reluctantly, it's shit on drinking, where did my manners go? Dumb fuck that piece of I slid my mouth in her rapper. Contradicted your morals, soon as I let that hammer show. Threw on the windbreaker to show my plug I can handle blow. Reality is nuts, no wonder why I grew some. Turn off that Jimmy Looser, lifestyle gothic and gruesome. These just think I'm foul, talking about me like they knew some. Ask me why I'm red pill, you see how they die in the blue one? All about my greens, but nothing wrong with a crouton. Being swallowed by these niggas and business and shop coupons. Advocation delayed until further notice. They love with the old, they get talked to them, that's worth Otis. Read in the bio, similar idol of soul music and blues. I'm really boss, but my favorite hue isn't blue. Cherry my hanger, Chicago my major, Kabbalic in nature. Born a king, but I'm a die ready.
Forever young. Forever young. Forever, ever. So high, I might never fall. Yeah. They think I'm better off. Yeah. I keep the same energy. I've been down, but I'm finna be up. I'm finna be. They gon' remember me. I was down, but I'm finna be up. I'm finna be. Yeah, vanity. Yes, and simply a splendor. Yup, slated to blow and make it. Plus made it past 28, but the takeoff was far from gracious. Agents within this matrix, them hate my genetic makeup. The face of my ancestors was stateless when they migrated up. Roads to a mosaic were paved to conform a nation of braves. But if courageous and strange enough, call you racist. All freedoms in this oasis, so bleed us until endangered. Evils in moderation. MCs, let your Adidas up. Leaders of a new whose beef extends beyond the media. Greetings from these unusual to a music's our medium. Certainly know the ledge, but when negatives get developed, these devils soon get exposed as a hope. Then heads get severed. Much rather judge by 12 than it be carried by 6. Cause fatal news could beat you home, you on a furious issue. Compare your frequency to mine, lower than 808 kicks. I run off high octane enlightenment, the heavenly kick. Live forever young, forever young, forever ever. So high, I might never fall. Yeah, they think I'm better off dead. I keep the same energy. I've been down, but I'm finna be up. I'm finna be up. They gon' remember me. I was down, but I'm finna be up. I'm finna be, yeah, I'm finna be.
Yeah, I was destined for greatness. I knew my blessings would come. Haters wanna be the one, but they know I'm second to none. Mad world, barely could trust your own flesh and blood. Crazy what they do for attention. You ain't that special to us. I went from wondering how to get a plate to compliments of the chef. 5-star Michelin takes. Grew up with pimps on the blade. I know the tricks of the trade. Wood grain whipping the pay. You can't fit in these chains. It's been a long time coming like Sam Cooke. Crabs in a barrel. I'm watching out for the ambush. You obsolete. That's not beef. What's a lamb to a wolf? This ain't all good, but it's not as bad as it looks. I'm still shining. Ain't no dimming the light in us. Cloudy with silver linings. Plus my pen got the Midas touch. I'm feeling enlightened since it's heightened. The night is young. If only money could buy you love.
Forever young, forever young, forever ever. So high, I might never fall. Yeah, they think I'm better off dead. I keep the same energy. I've been down, but I'm finna be up. I'm finna be up. They gon' remember me. I was down, but I'm finna be up. I'm finna be, yeah, I'm finna be.
Yeah, man, I finna be Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. You know what it is. Every Wednesday night, 9 to 11 p.m. New hip hop, new R&B. That's the Unusuals right there. Experience and
that was tough.
JFK.
Yeah,
and
Fatal on there.
Fatal on the track with production from Smoke M2D6.
I should have known that was Smoke.
That's Smoke, yo. He smoked that track.
Right.
You know what it is, man. We back from Thanksgiving, giving you all that brand new flavor. And you can follow us on all of our platforms, man. Follow us on our Facebook group there. You can watch the show from there. Facebook.com/group/Fresh Juice Media. And if you comment from there, it'll actually show up as StreamYard Facebook user. So if you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and register your name, it'll actually show your name on the because we're going to splash your comments on the show. So we want to give you love, all that. So yeah, register your name there. We're also on IG and X. You can follow us there at Fresh Juice Media. We live tweet the playlist there. And tag the artists so you can learn more about them. And of course, we're on YouTube. We have a channel, man. We invite you to subscribe to that. So go subscribe now. YouTube.com/@Fresh Juice Media. YouTube.com/@Fresh Juice Media for all full shows whenever you want to watch them. All that middle of the night, day, any day, anytime, and smaller clips, man. And we're updating and giving new clips every single day, man. So go subscribe there, YouTube.com/@Fresh Juice Media.
Shout out to Miles in the comments early, and Makuya out here, and JJ Graham. What up?
All right. Yeah, the comments are flowing. We're on not just YouTube, but Facebook, Twitter, X, and Twitch as well, man. So follow us all. Listen to all those platforms, man. We are live. We invite you all to get involved in those comments, man, because after we do our quick little introductions, we're going to get to a game and bring in our guest, and it's going to be crazy. And speaking of guests, man, our first guest from coming back from Thanksgiving will be Chicago MC, goes by the name of Jade The Ivy, man. So looking forward to chatting with her, man. So that's going to be dope. Two other members of the Juice Pack are not yet here, but you do got two members, myself, D Money.
Pint Size Patron.
So yeah, OG Mambo, we're expecting him soon, and I don't believe we'll be seeing ID Yourself tonight. So, all right.
How was your Thanksgiving, Patron?
It was cool, man. We ate good for
Mm.
about 3 days, and then back to routine.
3 days, and then it's all done.
Right. How was your trip?
So went to go see family. This week, this year it was in Montana. So I ended up having to fly out to Spokane, where most of my family is, and then from there we carpooled to Montana. Man,
How long is that drive?
that's probably about 3-4 hours. So yeah, not too long, man. But if you actually drive from Seattle to Spokane, that's actually a longer drive.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Just geographically.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Shit, man. You was out there in the Yellowstones. All right.
Pretty close. It's like her place is like pretty close to Glacier National Park. So
Nice.
yeah, I don't know if anyone knows where that is, but yeah, that's in Montana.
Okay.
Yeah,
Big Money D.
Yeah.
Hopping on flights.
Mhm.
Carpooling.
Getting on flights.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, man.
Thank you. You too, man. And this week, this year, I was in charge of the mac and cheese, and you know how I throw down when there you go, boom.
Okay. Aerial view.
Aerial view, mac and cheese.
Okay. That's what that looks like for sure.
See, I'm kind of showing off because Jade is not just an artist, but actually I read into it, and she's 15 years an executive chef. So I'm trying to show off.
I was gonna say the biggest compliment is did somebody ask who made it?
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, they was like, who made the mac and cheese, man? Then they kept on having seconds. I was like really touched, man.
Empty tray.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, JJ. Nothing like baked mac. Yes.
Shout out to Gina. She did our mac and cheese. And that was the first dish gone, I think.
What'd you make, Patron?
I did the mashed potatoes.
You did the mashed potatoes?
Yeah.
Did you do the twist? No.
I added the salt for sure.
Oh man, that's what's up, man. Yeah, they're gonna do the salt, man.
We do the sea sauce, so you twist.
Now tell me, baby. All right, man. Do you like it like this? Let's bring out our guest.
Coming all the way from the Chi-Town. You might see her cooking it up. You might see her flicking it up. You might see her chopping it up. We have Jade the Ivy.
Oh man, thank y'all for having me. How y'all doing?
Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Oh man, thank you. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, what'd you think about my mac and cheese?
Man, it looks good. It looks
That's
good.
what you say, right?
It don't look dry. No, it don't look dry. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that it was gone, empty pan, that's telling.
All right, yeah. All right, it's dope to have you. I know, we were originally going to have you in person, but some things happen, man, and we're
Things happen. Thank y'all for having me, and thanks for, making it virtual. I appreciate it. I definitely wanted to touch base with you guys. I appreciate everything.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Oh man, I worked. I worked, but I mean, it was still good. It was still good,
Gotta be a busy time, for sure.
Yeah. Holidays are real busy. Like chefs don't get holidays off.
Man, do you mind if I ask what the menu was?
It was just traditional Thanksgiving food. It was like dressing, candy yams, turkey, ham, mac and cheese, apple pie, pumpkin pie, cobbler. You name it, it was on there.
Man, I haven't ate today.
Man.
I mean, fasting.
Man.
I know, doing way too much work, man. But anyway, we're about to get into this game. Have some fun. Here we go. We like to play this little game, and we call it Take Yo Pick.
Yeah.
Shouts out to IDYourself on that sound effect. All right, man. First time ever playing Take Your Pick. We give you two different options. You choose just one of them. And we want you all to play along in the comments. We celebrate our favorite commenter on the following episode. So since we took a week off last week, we'll celebrate 2 weeks ago. And let's take a look at that winner. And that is... How about Lonnie Oceans, a former guest of the show, who checked in and said electronic music because acoustic artists do covers of rap songs and they all suck.
I've never heard a good one. That's true.
So for background on that one, that was choosing either electronic music or acoustic music. And so he was going with electronic because that's.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some fresh ones, man. Here we go. Take your pick. Here's your first one. A never-ending winter or a scorching summer?
Dang.
I mean, they're both really not that great, but
yeah. A never-ending winter, probably, because a scorching summer, man, that's just a nuisance.
It depends on where you at, though. It depends on where you at.
Because I know Chicago weather is something else.
Oh man, I would do the scorching summer because you could hop into a body of water and be cool, depending on where you at. I went to Mexico over the summer and it was ridiculously hot. But you jump into the water and you good. I was good when I was in the pool. So
does it ever get hot in Chicago?
yes, it does. Summertime shot is very beautiful, and when it gets hot, it gets hot. But the winter, just kind of like all that goes out the window. So.
I'm pretty much known for y'all winners.
I know.
Yeah, the winter is ridiculous. No lie.
Man,
this don't feel good at all. And it's not that cold.
It gets frigid. It was already frigid the other day. So yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's not even the thick of it yet. So I'll take the scorching summer.
I'm with Jade, man. Definitely the scorching summer for me, man. I cannot stand the cold. I was born in Cali, man. So, I always like to have it warm. I can deal with that heat. I can deal with the perspiration and the sweating more than the freezing and the shivering, man. So I'll take that. I'll take that for sure. What's the weed man doing? Never-ending winter, never-ending ATV, snowboarding, hot cocoa. Okay, weed
That's
man.
Nice. That's chill. That's chill.
What's JJ saying? You can bundle up in the winter, but never-ending hurts. Yeah, either way, it hurts you.
Yeah.
Either way, it sucks. Yeah.
Either way. All right, let's move on. Here we go. Take your pick. Be chased by a swarm of bees or step on a Lego every day.
That is the question, man.
Man, I would step on Legos. I would choose the Legos, man. Fun fact, I was actually
run some bees. I'm not the fastest.
Oh man.
I'm not the fastest, but I'm elusive.
Man.
You got moves, man.
I think I'm gonna take my chance running from the bees.
Man, I was stung on the lip as a kid when I was eating ice cream. So it hit my lip. I was like, yo, I would do anything not to feel this pain again.
Ice cream?
I was eating ice cream and I wasn't paying attention. I went to go eat it again and it was like
the best feeling in the world. Instantly.
I didn't know what happened until I saw the bee fly out of my mouth. I was like, you know what?
It was getting some of that ice cream too. That's cold.
Oh, man, we was fighting. We was fighting for sure. So yeah, I step on Legos.
Shout out to the killer Legos, apparently from Weed Man. He says, I will step on the Legos, you'll still survive. They don't have killer Legos. Those are killer bees.
No, there are killer bees.
Agreed.
Yellow Cuz said season this. Yeah, you try it, man. We got to stay clean. Oh, man. But, man, that's a toughie. Because, either way, you're going to, if it's a swarm, you're definitely going to, someone's going to at least get your lip. So, at least.
Man.
But every day, step on a Lego? Ow. If you got your shoes on, you're probably okay. But, man, those barefoot steps, ooh. I know Patron as a kid, man, but I don't know about you, Jade. If you have any kids that would leave out Legos and you might accidentally step on them or anything like that.
No, I don't. So I wouldn't be in a situation with Legos.
I have definitely stepped on a Lego before, man. As a kid, it hurt as hell, man. Just especially barefoot. Ouch. It definitely makes me feel for those folks in Home Alone when they're stepping on everything, man. It's just like every time I'm just like wincing, just the pain. Oh man. All right, man. So which one am I going with? I'm gonna go with I guess I'll have to take my chance with the bees. Yeah, I'll have to take my chances.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Let's move on. Take your pick. What we got? Forget where you parked your car, or have your ride cancel on you.
Forget where I parked my car. I'll find it eventually. And I don't ask for rides particularly for that reason.
What if you never found it though? So it's just like it's just gone. You don't know where it is. You pretty much lost it, but it wasn't stolen. You just forgot where it was.
You have to completely retrace your steps. Go back in the store.
Here's a fun fact, man. I forget where I park my car pretty much every day, man. So it takes me about 5 minutes to find the car at minimum.
Man.
When you forget where you parked it and you think someone stole it, ooh, the thoughts that race through your brain.
And that's happened before too, man. I have that anxiety for sure.
You start thinking, all right, who do I call first? You know what I mean? You might even have the phone out.
JJ Grand says he's definitely forgotten as well where he parked. Nothing new. Weed Man says, forget where I parked my car. Eventually I'll find it. Yellow Cuss says, I'll take a pic.
Take a pic. Pick 6.
Miles, there we go. Oh, let's see. OG Mambo's here. All right, Mount Mambo. Yo, in. Mambo. Well, anyway, I guess he's still getting connected. All right, so
he's at the scoreboard. He's about to check in the game.
All right, let's go to this next one. Here we go. Oh, Xanax and parking equals bad news. Okay.
Gotta stay in the lines, man.
Same here. I always forget where I park my car. Okay. All right.
It's not just me, apparently.
I appreciate the solidarity, everybody in the comments. Yes, definitely. Okay. Let's keep going here. Take your pick. A trip to Tokyo or a trip to Paris?
Tokyo.
Tokyo?
Dang, both are good.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna just go with Paris.
You want Paris?
Even though they got like a bed bug infestation right now or something.
Serious?
I think so.
Yeah.
Is he true, Ivy?
Yeah. Wow. It was on the news. It was crazy.
Wow. But I also like that show. Hey, Ivy, you watch Emily Goes to Paris?
No. I've never seen it.
I'm pretty sure she's from Chicago in that show.
Emily Goes to Paris. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going with Perry though, man. Just the romantic in me wants to go. So there you go. Let's see. Weed Man says Tokyo's more technologically advanced.
They got some fly stuff over there for sure.
Yeah.
No lies. Tokyo off top, a trip to Tokyo. Okay. All right. Everybody's going to Tokyo in the comments here.
I respect it.
Y'all can take it. You can all take a flight there yourselves, man. But I'm going to Paris with Patron.
We'll just take separate trips.
Yeah, okay, we will. We'll bring other people.
Definitely got to bring the lady out that way.
Yeah, man, definitely. All right, here we go.
We got one more?
I think we got one more to go here. So, all right, here we go. Take your pick. Become a fish or become a bird.
What? Oh man, D, I gotta let you go first on this one.
It's definitely fish for me, man.
Okay.
Yeah, be able to discover the depths, man. I think better chance of hiding. Just it's all about rhythm. So I think I think it's fish for me.
All right, I'm gonna take to the sky, man.
Okay, you going to be a bird?
Yeah, I'm gonna get on my Nelly Furtado for sure.
That's the word. What you doing, Jade?
I'm a Pisces, so I'm a fish all day.
Okay.
Deep in that water.
Yeah. Water, baby.
I'm seeing the commonality because I'm a Cancer, so I chose a water choice too, I guess, man. So
yeah,
there you go. All right, man. See, everybody wants to be a bird in the comments, though. There we go. All right, man.
Fly high.
Fly high. And what we're going to do is fly to some commercials, and we'll be right back right here on Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio. Jade The Ivy is here with us, y'all.
Yeah.
We got music from her and lots to learn, so keep it locked. Tell your friends to tell their friends. It's Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio.
It's your girl, Angie Stacks, and you're listening to Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio, The Juice Pack, D-Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo.
Cool. Do you want to reach out to the Vietnamese community in Seattle? Just advertise in Le Viet Tây Bắc, that is Northwest Vietnamese News, the longest running Vietnamese language newspaper in our region. Go to nvnorthwest.com.
Rainier Avenue Radio presents All Music, All Day Saturday. Music, all day Saturday. This is Edward Bailey, Bulldog Blue, Jazz from the Cabinets.
That's right. It's time once again for Jazz from the Cabinets. Big Poppy.
Start time.
Thanks for tuning in. My name is Paul. This is Start Time.
Saturdays, all music, all day. Reggae hour, K-Fox night.
Looking for the perfect beat? Yeah, it's the beat of the block.
Fresh Juice, D-Money in there.
Myself, D-Money. Pint Size Patron. Taylor Hart.
Cynthia, the Northwest Rap Gang.
DJ Medina. Jackson. Northwest Rap Gang.
Sergio Lacour's Love Line.
It's Sergio's Love Lines with Sergio Lacour. Go to the phone line. Tell him who we talk.
Sea Monster Radio, Moj. It's your
Welcome to Mojo Mondays. This is KZ Music Media. Caller Goddess for Mojo Mondays.
Just like God is inspiration all day and all night. Saturday, Rainier Avenue Radio.
Wash your hands, don't touch your face. Wipe things down, clean up your space. When you cough and sneeze, do responsibly. If you feel you're getting ill, isolate at home and chill. No, you're not alone. Please pick up your phone and call 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Community Radio Station will provide you with more information. Say Rainier Avenue Radio. Your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
Me and my tribe in a huddle. Ha! What's going on? This is Jade The Ivy. You are now in tune with Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio, Seattle. Let's get it. Ha! Up, yeah. Up, yeah. Twerk it to the east, shout it, twerk it to the left. Where you pop that shit so hard, you doing it to death. Mind is on the muscle, baby, I don't need to flex. Ain't no looking back, so we just focus on the next. This goes out to the freak that live and die by the G-code. Large in his bit like Chico. Oh, Jabba Jaw, nigga, yeah, we know. That shoulders, chest, knees, toes. Wipe me down, let me know. If she wanna do it slow, I do it till she lose control. Get that stuff way, red hot chili pepper bay. Put the cayenne on the side, talking sugar and the spice. Tell me what you like, little sugar, honey buns. Yo, I like my coffee black with a little shot of rum. Little baby, I'm up, little baby, I'm up. Fever all in my cup, little baby, I'm. Yo, tell me what's the issue? Oh, snot nose, nigga, gotta get us some tissue. We up, little baby, I'm up. Fever all in my work it to the right. Why I pop my shit so hard, I said it's something slide. She a chocolate little baby from the A, peach is nice. Yeah, she fresh as hell, but putting stank on you tonight. I don't fuck with many, I'm a loner, I'm an outcast. I say less is plenty, keep a burner, ain't no broadcast. I be on the low, and I pop out for a show. Then I go and get the bag, tell little baby time to go. I be turned up in my house, still pajamas on my couch. And I'm counting up this money with the paper cuts, ouch. These is working hands, HBC, you got the bands. R.I.P. to take off, yo, I pray I never land. Little baby, I'm up, 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 up. Little baby, I'm up, 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 up. Fever all in my cup, 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 cup. Little baby, I'm, yo, tell me what's the issue? Oh, snot nose, niggas gotta get us some tissue. We up, 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 up. Little baby, I'm up, 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 up. Fever all in my cup, 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 cup. Little baby, I'm, yo, tell me what's the issue? Oh, snot nose, niggas gotta get us some tissue. We
Rainier Avenue Radio, fresh juice. That's Jade the Ivy, yo. Fever.
Thank you.
Up. Rainier Avenue Radio. Hey, OG Mambo's here. There he is. Oh, G.
What's the deal, good people? What's the deal, good people? That had me grooving over here.
Thank you.
Was that inspired by that one joint? You know, beat the. I can't say it on the air, but you know, beat the P.
I say it, man.
Actually, it wasn't. That was actually a challenge to myself to like kind of not be so serious with my lyrics. So that's where that came from. Yeah.
Okay. So you usually keep it serious.
I do keep it serious, or you know, you gotta like. In my mind, I have to have bars all the time, and I'm like, let's just kind of.
It's an eye-catching video. Is this your like biggest as far as production value goes when it comes to videos? Or
yeah, this was the biggest.
What was it like shooting?
It was amazing. Like I reached out to 8 Count Studios, Jay Ward. It was like 8 Count Studios, all the dancers. 8 Count Studios here in Chicago. Jay Ward filmed it. Four Eyes Films, D Nerdo. They all like snapped. Everybody snapped. I wrote the treatment, let everybody know what I wanted, and they all like brought it to life. So it was super dope.
Wow. It felt like a Chicago house party or something, man. A little juke joint or something, man. You know what I'm saying?
It was crazy. It was all day shooting. We went to Midnight Cinema Studios, and it was pretty dope.
That's dope. How many people were involved in that video?
I want to say about 10 to 15 people. Give or take. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she from the rack. There you go.
Right. That's how some people reference it. Do you fall into the whole Chirac narrative and all the things encompassed in it, or do you kind of stick with Chicago as Chicago and try and keep it to the core?
I stick with Chicago as Chicago.
I presumed as much based on what I heard from you so far, but I felt like it was only right that I asked so that the people know. So being that was a little bit obscure for you to kind of jump into that zone, what do your visuals typically feel like? Is it a little bit more of like traditional East Coast boom bap where you're barred up on them, or is it emotionally connected a little bit? Describe kind of your sound and creative vision and what you want people to see and feel when they hear you.
So far up until this point, it's been a little bit of both. You know, just me telling my story, whether, you know, it's more emotion to it or whether it's just barred up. It's been like a nice mix of that. Right. So this was definitely like do something different. So and it was a challenge to myself. So I was
what inspired the challenge? Was it fan response? Did you see something that your peers were doing and you're like, I could do that too? Or was it simply just, was it random? Because sometimes creativity honestly comes randomly sometimes where you're like, I'm just gonna say this and just put it on paper and see where it's at.
It was actually a beat pack. So my producer sent me like a pack of beats. And he was like, you don't gotta rap over these. These is just different. These are things I've been working on. And I was like, okay. And then I heard that, I was like, I'm gonna write to this. And then but it was challenging to write to because like the easier joints, I if I'm barred up, that's easy for me. But this, I was like, oh my God, okay. I have to dumb it down a little bit. I have to do like wordplay, but like keep it simple. And I was like, all right, cool.
Were you thinking about how you were gonna appeal to the masses and like certain messaging? Because like the first few bars in the song sounded like I said, like a very much like a Chicago house party. Like we all just slid out west. And you know what I mean? We about to turn up and kick it for the evening and get it jumping. So in that element, and you could definitely feel it coming through. How long you been cooking up? How long you been cooking up, Jay? How many moons you spent wrapped around this music endeavor?
Since 2011. That's when I started. That's when I started. I was, working at a studio. I was doing photography, and I, got in the booth. They was like, "You should rap." I was like, "All right, cool." And then it's been I got a hold of some Dilla beats who don't like Dilla beats. You know what I'm saying? And that's when my first project came out, Midnight Radio, and it was crazy. And
that's fire. That's super fire. Were you working with the same production team while you was on that?
Nah, it was a pack of beats that the Dilla beats, and then
it was literally like YouTube Dilla beats. Like here we go, let's get it right.
Yeah, it was literally that, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm not the best freestyler, so I would,
but some people just come with energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like when I freestyle, it is energy, but it's like I gotta be moved to freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I don't just be like, I'm gonna freestyle. Right. I'm going to freestyle. No, it's like I gotta be moved.
You wasn't just at the bus stop kicking that lyrical spiritual miracle.
No.
Man, we get you over here next time. When we get you out here, we're gonna have to kick a few flows.
We could now that I can do. You know what I'm saying? But if it's just play some Dilla, I got you.
So
if we just chilling, I'm not.
The people that encouraged you to kind of jump in the booth and say, go ahead, put that camera down, Jay, and jump in the little booth and stuff like that. Were they kind of on that same wavelength, that like Dilla bar heavy type situation, or was it different sounds that was around that studio?
It was different sounds. We had trap, we had pop, we had a rock band that was in there. We had somebody. I guess he was more conscious, and he was like kind of my mentor, but he was very like he pulled inspiration from everywhere, and that's when I kind of was like, okay, cool. Like we would listen to like Regina Spektor or Fiona Apple, and I'm like, okay, all right, cool, So we would pull inspiration from everywhere to like further push our pen, and I was like, all right, cool. So that definitely like helped shape me writing. So
what made you fall or be drawn to more of like a conscious or lyrically influenced variation when you had all these other sounds around you? You could have pretty much went anywhere. Like what drew you to your mentor specifically, and then led you on this journey where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen this sword just in case I gotta go to war with anybody,
Yeah, I mean, I was already on that path. Like, I would listen to like Lauryn Hill, Bahamadia, Ladybug Mecca, Diggable Planet.
Shout out to Ladybug Mecca.
Yeah, shout out Jean Grey.
That's my big sis.
Oh man, she's amazing, and she definitely helped shape me. Shape the pen too, and like just inspiration. So, Moni Love, Queen Latifah, the pioneers of hip hop, so those were my inspirations growing up anyway. And so when it was like me and my mentor, it was just alignment. It was just like, okay, this feels good. I feel like we're aligned.
You kind of knew where you wanted to go, and then you're like, you know what, you probably got a couple tools I could use to get to this specific destination.
Yeah.
Has it always been Jade the Ivy, or have we had any other aliases that come? Because that's a decade in. We're a decade in now, so
It's always been Jade the Ivy.
That's fire. I had a few name transitions. So whenever I hear someone is like, "Hey, I jumped into like this and stayed like this," big salute to you.
Where does the Ivy come from?
Yeah.
Man, so it was a poem I wrote back in the day. Don't ask me to recite it because I don't remember it. But I was like, you know what? This is a declaration. This is my creed right here. And ever since that poem, I was like, this is who I am. This is Jade the Ivy. And that's what it's been ever since.
Well, what does ivy mean to you? Because like the word ivy means something different to everybody, man.
Forever growing. Like when you think of like ivy, it's this untamable plant that's forever growing. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere, you know. So I'm constantly growing, I'm constantly evolving. So
that's fire.
That's deep.
That is fire.
Yeah.
Did you grow? What part of Chicago did you grow up in, or did you grow up out there?
Yeah. So I was raised on the South Side. Went to St. Sabina, and then my mom was like, "Okay, we're moving to the suburbs." So,
we need to get to the hundreds and above.
It wasn't. We just bypassed the hundreds. We just was like suburbs.
We're all the way 300, 400. We out there. We go.
We I grew so like I was like bouncing from Chicago to my great grandparents' house to Matson, and then my mom, she was like, let's take it even further, and she went to Joliet with it. So, yeah, so Joliet is kind of like where I landed in my teens, but yeah, like in my earlier childhood, like I went to St. Sabina and I bounced from like south suburbs to, south side of Chicago until my great grandparents passed. But yeah, south side.
That's fine. And man, you said it's your great grandparents, so you suited and rooted over there.
Yeah.
If you go back, 2-3 generations.
Yeah.
Tell us about some of the experiences and early memories you had coming up. Things that shaped the pre-artist.
Man, it was a lot. And it was so far ago. I'm like, oh, what happened? Just going to St. Sabina, the experiences that I had there was just way different than what I experienced in the suburbs. And there will never be anything like it. Worlds of difference, worlds apart. It was definitely a culture shock going to the burbs because the curriculum was different. And that's why I was like, oh my God.
Well, because in the South, it's got a heavy Black influence. So I imagine the curriculum probably was inclusive of that. You started to notice that was missing. Like, hey, yo, we ain't going.
Yeah.
We don't talk about none of the people.
None of it. Like the history, like they limited like Black history to February. Like, we would sing the Black national anthem every morning to not doing that.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, we don't do both national anthems, and they're like, we only have one. I was like, you don't know there's other. So yeah, it was definitely a culture shock going to suburban schools, and that's why I was like, I want to go back to my grandparents. I want to go back, and the curriculum was also harder too. So it was definitely harder. Like I had to get like a tutor because like what we were learning was way more advanced than what I was learning in the city. I was like, who does long division in the first grade? Like,
right. You said carry the what?
Long division in the first grade?
Yeah. So it was, it was definitely like a culture shock for sure.
Oh man, any troubles fitting in?
At first it was, but then like more Black people showed up. Right. So I didn't feel so isolated. Right. But at first it was definitely like a culture shock.
Wow. Man, that's fire. That is super fire.
Yeah.
Were you creative? Were you athletic? What type of student were you when you were coming up?
I was always creative. I was always either in, actually both in art class and music class. So I was painting, drawing, doing something creative.
Nice. You played an instrument?
No, I would, sing or,
Oh, in the
write
choir and
or
stuff like that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What you was? You was a tenor? You was a tenor, soprano?
I was an alto.
Alto? Oh, you climbed it up. You up there. Let me find out. I can get a little hook out of you.
I was an alto. I probably shouldn't have been, but I was.
We'll say it was your young voice, right? That was your.
It was my young voice. It was my young voice. As you get older, your voice drops. So,
do you find those experiences being influential in your creativity now? Because from my experiences, I also did like choir and stuff growing up. So when people taught me stuff like counting bars, I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. I already kind of heard the 1 and 2 and 3 and for like all those little details. So was that an easy transition when you got on your own creative process? Like, oh, I kind of know what I'm doing, but don't know what I'm doing.
No, it was actually it helped shape my second album.
Okay.
So
can you drop the title on us for some of our keyboard warriors so they can make sure they can go investigate and listen to that one too?
Euphoric Wasteland.
Okay. Oh, I like that title.
Wasteland. Ooh.
Euphoric Wasteland.
That's actually a great way to describe Chicago. For my few visits there, that's like that is a great way. Like, man, it's mad peaceful over here. But at the same time, lock that door. Go ahead, lock that door.
That part. But yeah, Euphoric Wasteland. That was 100% live. It was me directing a band, not knowing how to communicate with them, not knowing notes, anything.
Right.
And somebody explained it to me. And it was like, "Do you realize that you just pulled a James Brown?" And I was like, "What you mean?" And it was like James Brown. He would beatbox it to his band and let them know how he wanted it.
He didn't know music theory. He just knew I need boom, cat, and they're like, like this, bro.
Like if you ever listen to any of James Brown stuff, he's sitting there like I need it in D. Ha! I need it in D. Like he's just like going like you're in the middle of just first off, we're performing live. We're performing live. We're live here. And he's like, I need it in D. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. And so and James Brown was an inspiration for that album. It was the Isley Brothers, Rick James.
James Brown used to be and if they didn't switch it to that D, you'd see him on stage flashing 5s and 10s, deducting people's payments and whatnot. Too.
Yeah.
We watched the same documentary.
Yeah, we did. His band still hates him to this day, but like they are his band because of him. So
right, yeah.
I could dig that, especially if you don't have any training. If you don't have any training in those positions, you're really just going off what feels right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, and that's what it was.
I'm seeing on the track list here for Euphoric Wasteland of 2 features with Young Silky. Who's Young Silky?
Yeah, so Young Silky, she also goes by the name of Angel Davenport as well. But Young Silky, she's a artist from Chicago. She also has roots in Minnesota and LA. Nice. So she raps, she sings, she's an amazing artist. So she came through and blessed a couple tracks, and it was dope. So
that's fire.
Yeah, that's what's
up. Are you big on features and collaborations, or do you kind of just
feels
let
right.
things flow how they go? Yeah.
If it feels right, if it calls for it, or if I'm like, hey, who will go good on this? Like it has to be in alignment. It has to fit.
That makes sense. So there are times where sometimes you're like, I'm gonna leave this second verse. I don't know who yet, but I do want someone else to implement their creativity to see how we can elevate this sound or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's more taking over in Chicago? Is it the camaraderie, or is there more like cliques and people just keeping to themselves?
I feel like there is a lot of camaraderie. in Chicago. And it just depends on where you look. You have to, you can go into a few ciphers and, you can collaborate with some really dope people.
Right.
So there's a lot of camaraderie. I
I
have
feel
seen
like
a lot of it.
I feel like there's a big duality out there where there's, the Chirac street side element, which is,
Mhm.
been very well popularized. Big shout out to Chief Keef, artists like Rico Reckless, who my Emmett manager, shout out to my manager Emmett. But like there's also the Kanye, Common, and
Yeah.
this very conscious. You know what? I think that they fit in that euphoric wasteland title, where it's blissful, but it's also very raw and real because they're surviving through this turmoil, but also not succumbing to that, turmoil too. So, how did you find a balance between those two things and in those worlds? Have you explored both sides of that? Because even in Seattle, we have the same thing where there's like artists in the South End and the West that have a sound that appeals to a more street audience, and then we also have people that are up north or in the burbs or out in the cut where they got where their pen moving a little bit more too, and their worlds live completely separated. So like we
Yeah.
could have there's been times where we've had concerts down the street from each other, and both of them are sold out. But you know what I mean? There isn't that blend. So how is that over there in Chicago getting in that? Do you get to kind of jump in between circles?
I do get to jump in between circles. I have jumped in between circles. I've been in very different crowds where it's like, okay, this is, I'm, in the hood, and then, I'm up north in a cipher. So yeah, like I've been on both sides, and then then I'm downtown with a live band. So
Right, yeah.
it's just balance. It's really just
Did you
balance.
find the camaraderie more in those like ciphers, like that more common Kanye-esque vibe where it was like we're all just trying to really create and survive this this element? It's real. There really isn't any beef to be had. We'll try and out rap each other and out art each other, but it's really nothing beyond that.
Yeah, I did find more camaraderie there. Of
Yep.
course, with street stuff.
There's
Some
stuff that
click
comes with
and
it.
there's stuff that comes with it. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, I did find more camaraderie like in the cipher spaces and like the live band spaces and stuff like that. So
But there is ways to maneuver around it. Basically, there's a
yeah,
pathway beyond that.
yeah.
I was gonna ask, since like your work is very like more quantity over quality, just from looking at how early and often you release. During the in between time, are you constantly working on the final project, or are you releasing stuff and just testing it out to see how people feel about it in between?
This year was the first year I tried that. Because before I would be like a perfectionist and I would hold on to it and like it's not ready yet. And I'm wasting time. So this year I was like, you know what, we're gonna try something way different. It's not gonna be with the band or anything like that. We're gonna try it. I'm gonna drop some singles. I'm gonna get a feel for it. And surprisingly, I have found that my audience is not even in Chicago.
That is so
It's not even in Chicago. I was like, oh, interesting. So like now I really have to leave Chicago.
Crazy how that
So
works.
yeah, it is. I was like, okay, interesting. I'm getting a lot of traction like in the South. Definitely like
your willingness to leave when we were booking the interview, or like you were the one who brought out how about I fly out there? It's just like nobody's hit us with that before. It's just like you were so willing to just be on a show in another city like that.
Yeah. And I feel like actually it's been that approach like works, that mentality works. Like you have to leave your hometown in order to make it. And that's just anywhere. It's not just Chicago. That's everywhere. So you have to leave your hometown.
You at the airport.
Yep.
I found that out for sure.
Yep.
You go to the airport?
Going to the airport.
You was at O'Hara?
Actually, Midway.
That's wild. All right, man. Obviously, we played Fever Up. Later on, we're gonna play Motivate. So that's another, and then we also previously on the show, I think we played it was Tribe. So
I don't know if that was a sneeze, but bless you.
Yeah, right. Everybody in good health, man. Everybody in good health for sure. So yeah, it's showing the two different sides. So we'll definitely get to play that again on the show again to show your different sides. But I want to bring up this comment here from Harp Herman. He has a question. He says, "What do you wish people working with or for you would ask you as an artist and a creative?"
That's a stacked question.
Harp,
That is a stacked question. One thing I wish they would ask is just to understand what my vision is for myself and where I want to go.
They never do that.
They never do that. They want to come and they have their idea of where they can take you, and they have ideas for you, but it's never like, it's like, what do you want to do?
Privacy.
They're too busy IDing themselves.
Yeah, that part.
Not the ID. Yeah, that's a good one, Harp.
Yes, thank you, Harp. Feel free to put some more questions in there, man. Harp will definitely get your questions in for sure. For now, though, we got a new track from the Twin Cities. This one's actually rock influence, but it's also R&B and soul. So we're gonna put that down. It's called "Valentine" by None Above. So check it out, man. None Above, "Valentine." Right here on Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. We got Jade The Ivy with us, man. Music coming from her. More talk, all that. So keep it locked. It's Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio. And, I did not load the track. So what we're going to do instead is play our birthday thing, man. So we're going to go to the birthdays real quick while I get this loaded because it'll just take me a second. So, yeah, celebrate some birthdays. People celebrating birthdays this week. Here we go with our little video.
Damn, I did not know I know that many.
Go on. Hey, a lot of former guests on there, man.
There was a lot of former guests. We missed a couple though.
Okay, name them.
Hey, shout out to Batty Baby. She got a birthday coming up in two weeks from today.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Hey, I see my Uncle Majita on there. I got to double down and give him an extra shout out, man. I didn't know we had so many Sagittarius out here, man.
For sure. Any birthdays in your life, Jade, that you want to shout out?
Not at the moment. I can't think of any Sagittarius right now.
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, they hating that you didn't mention them, but
shout out to all the Sagittarius. Happy birthday, y'all.
There you go. It's up.
Any birthdays for you, Patron?
I got a few, but I can't remember the names. The only one I can remember is my godson's birthday. Happy birthday, Alan.
Okay, happy birthday, Alan. Yeah, for sure. All right, we got the video loaded up, man. So None Above, Valentine, Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. We'll be right back.
Thinking about what I want to do. Thinking about what I want with you. Thinking about all I've seen you do. What am I gonna do with you? Pick me up or hold me down. Let's get up and leave this town. Pick me up or hold me down. Fight against you.
your girl Janisha. We're tuned in with Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio with D Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo. That's a lot of stuff to say.
We must all remain committed to slow the spread of coronavirus, taking care of ourselves and not putting others in harm's way, especially those already at higher risk of getting seriously ill, including people over 65 or those with underlying medical conditions. If you must be out, avoid crowded areas, stay 6 feet or 2 arm lengths away from others, and wear a face covering. Wash hands frequently with soap and water for 20 seconds, especially after being in public spaces. Avoid touching your face, cough or sneeze in a tissue, then throw it away. Disinfect frequently touched objects. And if you have symptoms of fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going to their office. Slowing coronavirus means taking care of ourselves while also protecting others. Even if you're not at high risk, these steps should be taken to help slow the spread of coronavirus. We are all in this together.
The beat of the Fox with nastiness is back on K-Fox Night Beat.
Yo, what's the deal? It's the legendary Hall of Fame DJ Mixmaster Ice. UTFO.
What's up? Who you thought this is? This is Sir Mix-a-Lot.
And this is Terry Lewis.
And I'm Grand Mixer GMS.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Third Degree.
This is JJ Hudson from the High Children Family.
Sunday nights from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's K-Fox Night Beat with DJ Nastiness.
Bringing back the memories.
Bringing back the memories.
Bringing Seattle's hottest music.
Bringing Seattle's hottest music. Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
That's right. Peace.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to
Generational
say.
wealth, as of right now, it feels very inequitable given the identities that you have versus if you are a person of color or not. To me, for this generation, I'm going to have to work really, really hard for intergenerational wealth to develop, especially with the economic system that Seattle's in right now, more than ever. Having been a Seattleite as well, I hope that we can talk about it more. And glad that this conversation is starting and to consider thinking about it more as a person of color and coming from an immigrant background as well.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Create your generational wealth for you and the future of your families.
Me and my tribe in a huddle. What's going on? This is Jade The Ivy. You are now in tune with Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio, Seattle. Let's get it.
This that motivate, this that give them more to hate, this that sit back and peep who the real, who the fake. Imagine looking like a goofy trying to fucking stop my fate. I don't need no fucking help, you would just be in the way. Doctor say, I grind in my sleep, Jack, I do it for myself. I don't need no plaque, and I've been locked in, plotting on that comeback. If you try to stop me now, my hip got that jump back. It's Jordan flu game, man, Kobe with the trophy, and I keep a small circle. I ain't got no homies. All these niggas lying if they claiming that they know me. Speaking on my name cost, now you niggas on me. I'm acting funny, and I've been the underdog, and I've been around the struggle when I can't recall. See, I've been a lone wolf. Where the fuck were y'all? Y'all was looking for a leader, cause you can't stand tall. This that motivate, this that better weight, this that blood, sweat, and tears still flexing through the pain. Oh, you giving up? I can't relate. See, you ain't a big dog unless you look them in the face. This that motivate, this that better weight, this that blood, sweat, and tears still flexing through the pain. Oh, you giving up? I can't relate. See, you ain't a big dog unless you look them in the face. Feet on shaky ground, but I'm still gon' stand. Look my demons in the eye and I hit them where they land. The way I'm rocking now, got y'all looking for the band. And yeah, we got that work, got to execute the plan. And I don't do no talk, gotta listen with your eyes. The way I hit my walk, got me looking at the time. And if you hit me now, you get declined. I'm a self-made beast on your hate. I feast, I don't need nan. Talking about they made me. See, I'm a rare breed. And then I broke the mold. I'm a hot-blooded baby, but the shit is so cold. And give me all the heat, and I still won't fold. See my feet to the ground, talking about 10 toes. And I'm stomping like the Q's, purple and the gold. And I can't tuck it in, I'm too bold. And the victory is yours when you do it on your own. This that motivate. This that better weight. This that blood, sweat, and tears still flexing through the pain. Oh, you giving up? I can't relate. See, you ain't a big dog. Let's you look 'em in the face. This that motivate. This that better weight. This that blood, sweat, and tears still flexing through the pain. Oh, you giving up? I can't relate. See, you ain't a big dog. Let's you look 'em in the face.
Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio, Jade the Ivy motivates.
Yeah, that's bar right there.
Production by
Thank you.
And I like the sunglasses in there.
Oh, thank you. Y'all keep me a pair of sunglasses.
Sure. You heard that beat and just decided to go,
right?
Just go. I just went.
Easy.
Like that. I think I wrote that in like a day. That was nothing.
Literally a day. It's just done.
Those be the ones. So
was that the same with Tribe?
Yep, it was the same with Tribe as well.
Yeah.
Like Tribe that wrote itself, and my cousin B-Lo, that's on Tribe. I sent it to him, but I had already had a second verse, and he was like, once he jumped on it, I was like, okay, I'll take my second verse off and just keep that in the cannon.
That's dope, man. Willing to collaborate and I don't know what the word is for, but give up something.
Yeah, I mean, that's my cousin. So, and when I'm solo traveling with it, I can,
that's what's up, man. I want to get into your chefing, man. So 15 years as an executive chef?
Yeah, 15 years in the food industry as executive chef in the past 7.
Salute.
So
Yeah, that's a whole different other bag of tricks, man.
Right?
Yeah.
We gotta open up these Lucky Charms, man.
You gotta keep a bag. That's all I got to say about that.
You got a passion for it, man,
especially if you want to be an independent artist, you got to keep a bag.
Got to keep a bag.
Do you got a passion for it though, or is it really just to keep the bag?
No, I have a passion for it. Like I genuinely love it. It's something that I've developed for this long. If it was just like a hobby, I wouldn't know. I probably wouldn't have got this far.
I was gonna say, could you get that far without a passion for it?
Yeah, no, you can't, because it's definitely like a labor of love. Like it's not an easy thing to do. So yeah.
Right. And so what's your specialty?
I can do it all. My favorite thing to cook is Japanese food.
Oh,
It was actually like my second restaurant. It was I threw myself onto the sushi station, and I trial and error learned that. Like
you definitely got to come out this way.
Oh, yeah,
I'm a pescatarian, so I know Seattle's known for their seafood.
Yeah, we do got it. We got it.
Yeah,
I had some lobster tonight.
Oh man, that sounds amazing. And I'm pretty sure it's fresh too. By the time it gets to Chicago, lobster is trash.
Because it ain't fresh by the time it comes through that river.
It's awful. It's awful. It's been frozen 5 times.
I watched this show called Southside, and he ordered some steaks, and
I know what episode you talking about, Patron.
That was funny.
Actually, have you seen that show, Jade? You seen that show, Southside?
Yes, actually, there's a line from that. I laughed so hard from that show. That show was hilarious.
How would you say the depiction is? Because I've only been a traveler and a visitor in Chicago, so I don't know how authentic it is to someone who ever stayed there. How well of a job do you think the writers did on that one to kind of showcase the light of what it could be like in different parts of it? Because they get the burbs mixed in, but they got some stuff too. You know what I mean? They got different elements mixed in.
I love the play on it because you definitely see a little bit of everybody from different perspectives. So I appreciate that Southside did that.
Yeah,
and it's hilarious and just the light they
bring. Shows in the past.
I actually forgot about that show because I didn't finish it yet. You know how you leave one in the background? Like I gotta go back.
I gotta renew my subscription. I'm like halfway on the third season.
That'd be hilarious. Prescriptions for shows.
Hilarious.
Oh,
Son, you need some more moral values. Go ahead and here's a prescription for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I was gonna
Watch
say
Uncle Phil.
to tie it back into music. So what's like a metaphor as far as like when it comes to creating your music? Because you know you are a chef and you also come from the photography background. What's something you learned in those avenues that relate to creating music?
Business.
Oh,
Business.
probably the most important when it comes to music business.
Business. Like
And
those avenues.
You're saying the cooking business and the music business, there's correlation there? Yeah. Go
Yep.
ahead. Okay.
Because as a chef, you have to know your numbers. You got to know what your budget is allocated to, et cetera, et cetera. So once you apply the business to creating, because I mean, I can create a dish. That's not a problem. I can create a song. I can create a video. I can create all of this stuff.
That's a great
But
metaphor.
if you don't have if you don't budget your money right, if you're not asking the questions, if you know, when you start talking money with other people, labels, funding, et cetera, if you're not asking the questions, if you don't have an understanding, you don't know the role you play, it's
That's
it's not gonna work out.
Because you see rappers who are like, I mean, this is just how I want to rap, and I don't care who likes it. This is how I want to rap. Well, it's like if a chef were to say that, it's like, this is how I cook. If nobody, why are you a cook then?
Yeah.
So I can definitely get that from your music because you're catering to people. You know what I'm saying? You have an audience in mind with your music.
Yeah.
Same as being a chef.
It is. And to even speak to that, when I started creating this year, I was like, okay, this beat, where can I see this beat played? Can I see this beat placement? So I create with a business mind now. I create with business in mind. Like I'm always gonna pour myself into a song. That's a given. I can do that.
That's the
but
standard.
now I have to create to business.
Be intentional. Be intentional with the delivery.
Yeah.
And a little bit more conscious about the verbiage too. Like, oh, this is going to connect with. Oh, they're going to feel it if I do it like this.
You be playing your music in the kitchen,
cooking to it.
Not in my main kitchen. No, I'm like
at the demo
Hannah Montana. They don't know that I go by a whole different name in the kitchen.
I feel it.
I feel you though, because I got some employees too, and it is like an interesting catch-22 of like a Mambo the individual, and then like OG Mambo the artist, and separating it when you can separate them, it is nice because it can get a little bit. I will say shout out to one of my employees though, because he be streaming my entire Spotify playlist like randomly, like throughout the day. So I walk up like, okay, I'm glad I told you. Don't go tell everybody, but I'm glad I told you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I got some old staff members that stream. Yeah, they know, like old staff members. But I went into this new position. I was like, I'm not gonna tell nobody nothing. I'm not telling them nothing. I'm not telling them nothing. I'm not telling them nothing, man. and it's been working out for me. So.
That's dope.
If they find me, they find me. But you got to do work to find me because
right. You got to go out. They got to put
code name
a concert or something.
If they hear it, you know what I'm saying. They doing your thing.
Yeah.
Have you had any like major conflicts being a chef and then being an artist at the same time? Because everybody knows shifts are just extremely long, and I can see like commitments and having the opportunities arise and they conflicting with schedules and stuff like that.
Absolutely, that definitely happens, but I try to get ahead of that. Like I try to be proactive instead of reactive. So like I'll plan everything out and I'll make sure I'm covered, so that way I can have the time to do music. Like there's been times where like I've gotten off a plane and I'm driving to work. So and it's like I've been up since the night before in a different state performing, and then like hop on a plane at 5 a.m., get to work at 7.
Right. Now I've done it too, so I know that that is not no joke.
That's
and everyone at work be trying to put their finger on it. Hey, dog, just not today, dog. I just gotta get to this finish line, and then we gonna be cool. Tomorrow I'll be back.
I gotta lock myself in my office days.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
Harp has another one. He says, is there a meal or dish that helps you push through the pain? What's the dish that soothes your soul? Man, Harp is firing today.
Yeah, Harp is, I love it. Anything really with seafood. Actually, my favorite quick seafood meal is there's I think it's there. The name of it is like Honey Co. or something like Honey Fish Salmon Co. It's like a blue bag and it's like smoked salmon loin. So I'll take that and like I'll chop up like some fresh lettuce, some tomatoes, some onion, and like I'll make like a Cajun mayo, and then I'll like put it on a wrap, put it on a sandwich, put it on a bun. Like just it's kind of like a play on lox, but with like a Cajun mayo. So like that's actually like my favorite like handheld situation to grab because it's quick, it's easy, and it's filling and it's amazing. So the smokiness, it's like the play on lox. So that's my favorite. Like if I had to grab and go. And it's not always available.
Right.
It sounds exotic as hell.
I know. It's delicious. That's what it sounds like.
I was like, it's just some fish and some lettuce. You guys can't do that. They're like, we don't even serve that here.
I mean, you talk to a chef and have them describe their food, man. They take the most basic thing and they just make it sound incredible. Just, whoa, that's exotic. And it might be just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Were there other things that you tried before chefing to kind of help sustain the musical journey and get studio time and buy beat packs and things like that? And you also mentioned softly earlier that you're doing photography as well. So your schedule at some point in time must have been just packed to the brim. You know what I mean? Like, Jade, I need 100 photos, and I need some turkey legs and teriyaki wings, and I need a verse by Saturday, and it's Friday at 2 p.m. You're like, oh, hold on. So
actually, that's all happened at once.
So how were you able to balance that? I mean, because at the same time, that probably puts you in a position where you could be, because it's like you can be more creatively free the more money you have, but in order to have more money, you need to spend more time. So it's like this balance of like, how were you able to balance that early on? And do you still do that now? Do you still dabble in the photography now?
I haven't picked up a camera in a while, so I don't do photography anymore. So, but yeah, I used to do events, and then like I would have to like go to the studio because I would also like process my photos at the studio on the big laptop, so I can edit on the big screen. And then I'd be like, okay, I got to record this verse, or I got to do this because I have a show coming up. So, and my show is in 24 hours, and I've been.
And I've been cooking for the last 12 hours.
Yeah, and then I've been cooking all week at my restaurant gig. So, and it didn't start as me cooking. It was like I was a waitress, and then I was like, I'm not making no money, so let me go cook. And that's just a skill that I developed, and that took me far.
Wow, I didn't know that. So you didn't. There was no formal schooling or anything like that. You learned on hand, on the job. Like you jumped on the line and learned from the line, right?
Wow.
Wow, yeah, that's the
trial by fire.
You must have had some pretty cool, either some really cool sous chefs, or you just knew how to operate around, you know what I'm saying, different personalities, because I know that can be pretty intense.
Yeah, it is. It's very intense, and it's been a little bit of both. Like, you just learn to work with different personalities, but also like you got to move and learn quick. So it's a balance.
And you said you've been doing that for how many years?
Since I was 15. And
oh wow, okay. So now
years,
now you might as well have gone to school. Now the people who went to school probably asking you questions.
I mean, I had it about 7 years ago. So yeah. But I mean, I feel like hands-on is literally the best experience, because I've worked with people who went to culinary school, and they didn't have the knowledge that I have. I'm like, why don't you know this? You went to school, so I'm kind of glad I didn't go. No knock to people who went to culinary school. You
No,
might
for
know
sure, for
something I
sure,
don't.
definitely.
But
I also speak to that pretty often too, because even within my own college experiences, you notice that you know how come you guys didn't learn this stuff that you learn like on the job? There's only so much that you can learn in a book in a classroom. You got to be immersed into it. Like even studying music theory or being in that, like, yeah, I can tell you this is a C note and this is a D and the C blends with the B and the A because of this, but unless you're physically touching it or able to hear or feel how and why it sounds wrong or tastes wrong, it's kind of difficult to really, have a full grasp on it.
yeah, it is. I think school is great for the business part. School is
Okay,
great if you're going to be like corporate, whether it's food or like, corporate in music or whatever.
yeah.
Like, I feel like that's what school is for, to like
Mm.
bypass all of this, bypass this level. Don't go to school and then come to this level. Don't do that. Like, go to school and bypass it. So
That makes sense.
that's what I think school is for.
JJ Grand says he has worked a line with older men who claim to go to school and they would freak out in the kitchen.
They do. People who I had that same experience, JJ.
How about
people who have went to school cannot handle my experience. They weren't able to handle the pressure of the line. They actually ended up walking out.
How about
and we keep referencing it, but for the novice and the people who have never worked in a restaurant or understand, could you break down exactly what the line is or define it to the best of your ability so people aren't confused? Like the line, like she draws lines. I don't understand. Like, is it a rap line? Like, what do they mean? What's so difficult about this damn line?
If I had to explain the line, it is war.
Ooh.
It is an 8-hour war that you come back for the next 5 days. you go to war for 8 hours. There's people screaming at you for food. You literally have 8 minutes to cook each dish.
Wow.
8 minutes or less to cook each dish. So, and you have different stations on the line. So you may have like the fryer, the appetizer station. Actually, I worked at Cheesecake Factory before. And it was, if you've ever seen that menu, it's mind.
I was actually, that is actually a very good point, because Cheesecake Factory, we got 13 coins out here. Them restaurants were like, they cook everything. I could only imagine. That's so stressful.
Wow.
You want me to make spaghettis and meatball and then make this like grilled cheese and then make this like whatever foreign dish and then do teriyaki and all in an hour? That's like too many flavors.
Wow. So
there's 10 stations at the Cheesecake Factory.
10?
No way.
What?
That's not a line. That's like a box, a rectangle. That's what's bigger than a line? That's 2 lines. That's parallel lines running together.
So that begs the question, coming up, did you when you were working in any of the lines, did you encounter any type of Gordon Ramsay types?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what kind of shaped me in the culinary field. I'm not a Gordon Ramsay type, but just encountering that type of personality, I'm like, okay.
You're able to respond to that pretty well.
Yeah.
At first I wasn't.
Okay. How'd you grow into it?
Yeah.
I grew into it because I didn't take it personally.
Oh,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
You realize that it's about the line, not about you necessarily.
Yeah. I was like, okay, once I take myself out of it, then you ain't gonna slap 2 buns on the side of my head and call me an idiot. But if somebody's passionate about their food and their product and what's going out and like this is a dish they created, it's kind of like you have to respect that and take yourself out of it. Like what? Because there's human error in this if it's not done right. Like food is either right or it's wrong.
Right.
Like that's what food is. So it's kind of like take your emotions out of it and let's talk about what it is, what it ain't, and fix it. So
I said 2 pinches of salt, not 3.
and, and 3 pinches of salt might mess up the whole dish.
I feel it. That extra 1 pinch tastes the whole thing.
And too salty, throws it in the trash. You gotta go back because
So that has that happened too while you was I mean, because you've been doing it since you're 15. So has that happened where there's sous chefs coming around throwing plates away like this isn't it, this isn't that?
Yeah, that's happened before, and I was young at the time because it was actually when I hopped on somebody's line making sushi that I've never done before, and like. Ooh, that was.
And they take sushi very serious too. For those who
very
dangerous
food. Very. So it was that was very intense, and that was like a big learning curve. First off, I had never even rolled sushi, never done anything like this before. Wow. So when I did it, and like I was getting yelled at, they were like, I was like, I don't have no rice. I'll be right back. Because you threw it all away.
I was
within a week.
Quick question, like, how do you? So does that affect you when you go out to eat, like as far as tolerance?
Yes, it does. Because when I go out to eat, like presentation matters. It's just something like I developed this skill.
Do you send
like
back
I had to go.
often?
I don't send back plates.
Oh,
unless it's ridiculous. If this is ridiculous, then but like I don't send it back. I just be like, they could have did better.
Right.
All right. So now you're in the management position. You're the nice one. Everyone's like.
Well, no, in my management position, I'm just kind of like do better.
Okay.
Like I don't have to scream to get my point across. I don't have to be super aggressive or anything like that.
Right.
It's just like. I set the expectation. I expect you to follow it, and that's that.
Okay. JJ Grand's alluding to the war analogy. He says, "I've seen people throw food at the fridge and walk out alone." Woof.
Dang, JJ, I know a restaurant it probably was too.
I have also. I never worked on a line. But shout out to two of my big homies did. And rest in peace, my brother Suave. The only job he ever had was when I helped him get this restaurant job at Boom Noodle, working for Chef Jeffrey Jevick, one of the top chef winners. And that man was nuts. That's what I knew. The stuff we saw on TV. Oh, yeah, they're really like that back in these kitchens. They come into the dish, they throwing stuff in the dish pit. Like, I mean, just throw this away. I'm like, whoa, this is a whole bowl of what? Y'all want to? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Wild, man.
I'm gonna let y'all have that, man.
Oh, man. Oh, you gotta love it and have a sense of pride when cooking. There you go, JJ.
Absolutely, and that's all it boils down to.
We talked a lot about the past experiences and your journey through cooking, but where do you want to take it? Because I mean, you obviously have this large skill set, a wealth of knowledge in business and experience. Is that something that one of these music videos we plays pops and hits for 5 billion streams, and now you got a big check, and now are you gonna open a restaurant? Is that something that you'd like to do? Like, what's the 5-year, 10-year plan or the dream layout for how you could kind of fuse these two different worlds?
I don't want to open a restaurant ever.
Okay.
I may drop a line of products or something like that, like some sauce or something like that, or partner or do collaboration or something like that. I may go into something like that, but
partnership.
I don't think I would. Yeah, something where I can just kind of not have to worry about a restaurant, because that is work.
So it's also a good idea. You can cross promo that with the music too.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. So the seasonings or something like that. So yeah.
So right now it's more of just a means to continue pursuing passion number one. Was that how you categorize it?
That's how I categorized it at first. But yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. There isn't a wrong answer. I was just asking.
No, you're right, because it does fund music. Music's not gonna go anywhere. If music popped off. Well, I'm sorry, when music pops off.
There you go.
I'm gonna have to quit my job. So
Right. And that's what go ahead, D Money. You can take it away.
We got to jump to show and tell real quick, and then our break. We do have a question from Hart. We're going to take that on the other side of the break, of course, and talk more with Jade. But right now, a very short show and tell. Rainier Ave will be covering the football state championship this weekend at Husky Stadium. It's Bellevue versus Yelm. These are actually the past two defending state champions, man. So Bellevue won 2 years ago. Yelm last year. Yeah.
I never played them or anything, but what I can tell you about these outskirt cities, Yelm, Ferndale, places that's a little far out, they live and breathe football, man. So I imagine it's going to be a very interesting game, bro. Very interesting game.
Why? Yep, that's why.
Man,
they actually use the Twitter handle. This is why. They actually use that. So, but that is going down this Friday, 7 p.m. right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. We will broadcast at Husky Stadium for that one. So pretty dope. All right, we're gonna get to our next joint. This one actually coming at you from Toronto. Goes by the name of Dija SB. Back Outside is the name of the track off of the project The Flower That Knew. So check out Digest B on Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio. We'll be back with Jade The Ivy, man. Another half an hour to entertain you. Go tell your friends, man. It's going down.
I can't describe what it's like. Seeing everybody outside. Can't describe what it's like, seeing everybody outside. For the first time ever in my life, I feel energized, wouldn't say alive. It's the complicated, but at least I got the mainframe operating. Felt longer than a tall T when the Reaper with his beeper tried to call me. I admit that I was tripping with the wrong feet, but I got a New Balance when she saw me in RV. Right now I'm a little fatigued, seeing everybody else a little bitter and sweet. I was dealing with some things that you just wouldn't believe. We had puppets in that big house pulling the strings. Now it's all good, that I guess you could say. We all gotta make it through at the end of the day. Trying harder than I should just to keep me in place. It's the little things in life that be making me stay. I can't describe what it's like. Seeing everybody outside. Can't describe what it's like. Seeing everybody outside. Everything feels pseudo. Now I gotta leave the door open like I'm Bruno. Belly out like Juno, flipping like it's judo. Calling out the last one, standing like it's Uno. Feeling like it's fool's gold. Weather kept me too cold. Almost lost my mind at the time, but it's cool though. Now I got a smooth flow. Think about when news broke. If you kept saying gotta give yourself kudos, think about it. We be going through it all. Even when we needed to, we couldn't get along. Pointing at the mirror cause it's everybody's fault. Got the world on its last legs, pulling at straws. We were putting up the walls. I remember what I saw. Everybody started acting like they were the world revolves. Started putting in the calls, but that feeling ain't gone. Real happy that I get to spend time with my dogs, but I'm feeling like I can't describe what it's like. Seeing everybody outside. Can't describe what it's like. Seeing everybody outside. Can't describe what it's like. Seeing everybody outside. Can't describe what it's like. Seeing everybody outside.
Hey, it's Lavender here, all the way from Halifax, Nova Scotia. You are listening and watching Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio with the Juice Pack, D Money, Pint Size Patron, ID Yourself, and OG Mambo. Thanks for watching.
Love food? Here are some storage tips to keep it fresh longer. Store cut fruits and vegetables in the fridge. Place in reusable containers. Keep bread in the freezer for longer storage. 40% of food in the U.S. goes uneaten. Save money, save food, save the planet. Visit Seattle Public Utilities for more tips.
This is Big Poppy, host of Jazz from the Cabinets. Join me each week for a listening tour of the first century of jazz, an eclectic mix of Dixieland, big band, cool jazz, bebop, contemporary jazz, world jazz, all jazz in all forms. That's Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy on Rainier Avenue Radio, streaming worldwide on RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Hey, this is Paul Pearson. I've hosted the R&B show Star Time since the very beginning of Rainier Avenue Radio, and after years of featuring tracks from the 50s through the 80s, Star Time now plays R&B and hip-hop from the 1990s as well. A whole half-century of soul, funk, hip-hop, and more on Star Time, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Welcome to the coronavirus pandemic. I'll take coronavirus for 100. Fever, chills, shortness of breath, loss of taste or smell. What is stay at home and isolate? Correct. Coronavirus for 200. Inability to stay awake, persistent pain or pressure in chest, double breathing. What is seek immediate help?
Coronavirus for 500.
Crippling and potentially dead infectious disease eliminated in the United States with vaccination.
What is the polio vaccine? I'll take coronavirus for 700.
The Daily Double! Should I take the coronavirus vaccine? Wait. Hold up. This is not a game. It's time for serious discussions. We have coronavirus vaccines, but not everyone is comfortable taking them. Here's the facts. Based on what has been proven about vaccines for other diseases, COVID-19 vaccine may help keep you from getting seriously ill, even if you do get the virus. Getting vaccinated also may protect people around, particularly those at greater risk for severe illness from COVID-19. We don't yet have all of the answers. Get informed, talk to your healthcare physician, and make the right decision for you. This is a message supported by the Washington State Department of Health.
Hey, it's Blue Sky. You're listening to Fresh Juice on Seattle's Rainier Avenue Radio with the juice pack of D-Money, Pint Size Patron, ID Yourself, and OG Mambo.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. I've been an awful good girl, Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Oh, yeah. The Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light blue. Yeah, I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed yet. Next year I could be just as good if you check off my Christmas list. Santa baby, I want a yacht, and really that's not a lot. I've been an angel all year, so Santa baby, just hurry down the chimney tonight. Ooh, yeah, Santa honey, one thing that I really need is the to apply and I'm mine. Santa baby, hurry down the chimney tonight. baby, forgot to mention one little thing. And I don't mean on the phone, Santa baby, just hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney. Yeah.
Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. You didn't think I would play some Christmas music already, yo?
Christmas is coming.
Santa Baby by Sinaj. Is there that joint right there? So,
amazing voice.
Yeah, man. Definitely. So we're here cooking it up with Jade the Ivy, of course. And we got a question from Harp Herman. Another one. Do you tend to flourish in environments that have pressure? How do you make sure you don't get complacent and creative? Harp.
I do tend to flourish in environments that have pressure. Because it forces me not to be complacent. It forces me to grow. It forces me to find approaches to get through it. So I prefer pressure.
For sure. It definitely relates to your cooking background as well. You know, obviously pressure cooking for a while, man. But this music industry is full of pressure.
Yeah.
How does it translate to the stage as far as performing?
Every chance to perform, every opportunity to perform, like I don't take that lightly. Like I train to perform. Like I'm running, I'm making sure I have stamina, making sure like my performance track is right, because I used to perform with a band. So I perform like I have like a bunch of people behind me. I perform like, okay, like I sit down with my producer. I'm like, okay, so now we have the performance track. It has to do this. I need it to do this. I need it to do that, like just to put on the show. So the pressure's on to put on the show.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. And the pressures of this industry, like you said, it's just it's crazy. A lot of people don't know. So but yeah, it's a big what was I about to say? What did Harp?
You were going somewhere.
I was going somewhere, but Harp said Santa's gonna have to take a loan out against the North Pole for all that. Okay, Harp.
I hear you, Harp.
What's your take on Christmas, Jade? Like, do you celebrate it? Like, what's your take?
Yeah, I celebrate Christmas.
Okay.
You know, it's just very nostalgic holiday. You know, as we get older, you know, we steady searching for, you know, the Christmas when we were kids. So that's where I'm at with it at this point in my life. But
right.
Christmas, you know, we celebrated, and now I'm trying to see what my Christmas looks like as an adult now. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. All right. Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio, here with Jade the Ivy. Juice packs here, man. We're all around. And man, so again, I'm losing my track of my thoughts. Okay.
You all right, D Money?
I haven't ate today, man. So, you know, all this talk about food. all I can think about is sushi and
Man, you might have to go get you a crunch roll from the Safeway or something.
I might have to, man. You know, we only I might have to.
So, Jay, what's next on the agenda, next on the calendar? How are you closing out the fourth quarter this year, and what can we expect to kind of kick open 2024? You seem like a pretty calculated individual, so I know your plans are already in 2024. So, what we got looking for that?
Man, so I got a couple more singles to drop, and then I got an album. I've been sitting on music since before the pandemic. So
not BC, before COVID.
BC, yes, before COVID. I've been sitting on music for a while, so I have a lot to drop. And I'm looking forward to dropping it. So right now, I'm currently having production my next single. I'm not gonna reveal too much. I'm not gonna reveal anything.
Okay.
But
Can you give us this? Are we getting fun, Jay, or are we getting barred up, Jay? Can we know that?
Yeah,
we getting chill, Jay.
Okay. I don't know if we got introduced to Chill Jay.
I don't know if we know Chill Jay.
I don't think you guys have met Chill Jay. So we're getting
contextually, what type of things do Chill Jay talk about? Are we in relationship mode? Ooh. Do we talk about, you know what I mean? What type of topics does Chill Jay dance around?
Oh man, I feel like if I say it, I'm gonna give it up.
Okay. I ain't gonna pull too much.
You gotta roll it out.
But we chilling.
We trying.
Okay, say no more.
We relaxing.
We trying. Oh,
yeah.
So
it's that cozy season coming too,
right?
Yeah. So it's like just in time.
Okay, timing is everything for sure.
So I got the treatment wrote, and I wrote the treatment, and it is up from there.
Okay.
Time to film.
That's what's up. And so you mentioned earlier about your work playing with a band, and that's how you actually you started into it. I think a recent guest of ours, Mikey O'Brien, did something similar. He was working with the college. He got with the college band or some sort. How did the band get together? How did you get to rap with it? You know, a lot of rap artists are looking for bands, you know, sometimes, but things don't seem to work out that way.
I just like slowly pieced it together. You know, people, come, people go. And my uncle, he was my bass player. And my uncle, he's played with funk bands. He's been like, the sub for all of the big bands that came through Chicago, like the Gap Band and stuff like that. And
that's a big deal.
Whoa!
I come from a long line of bass players.
Oh, like you slid that in so casually, like, oh yeah, no, my uncle played bass with the Gap Band and whatnot. And
yeah, you can't just throw that off to the side. No, we.
That's his story to tell. But yeah, he played with big acts and my cousins, and they all play bass, and they were all like musicians, and they had things going on early in like the 70s and 80s, and they were with the OJs and all types of stuff. I was like, oh, okay. So my uncle is my bass player, my cousin was my sub.
Oh.
And my drummer, they got there's like lots of church musicians. My drummer was a church musician, my keyboard player, my guitarist, he's a metal guitarist.
Oh, word.
So like a jazz metal. Yeah. So it was just kind of like we pulled from all different places to kind of piece this together. So
that's dope.
We got you in on the right show because we played a few joints.
Yeah.
How do the personalities and people from these different walks of life, how do they blend?
They actually blended really good. When we came together, it was dope. We created something cool every time. So
that's real. I was gonna say because I thought it was you, but now I kind of see that it would have to be the band as well that brings different influences into the music.
Yeah,
because your style incorporates so much.
It does, and I tell people that all the time. They're like, where do you pull inspiration from? Like my first concert was Slipknot. So
oh wow, okay,
when my guitarist was like a metal guitarist, I was like, this makes sense. This speaks to
Wow, that's fun. That actually is fun. So you talked about on Euphoric Wasteland that you used the live band instrumentation for the whole project. Is that something we can see again more of? Have you done it more than just that one time, or was it just that one time experience where you got to do that?
No, you definitely will see more of it. Like the band has definitely been a part of my journey, and I don't see me removing that live aspect completely.
So not
I may
even
take a break from it, but I'm always gonna have that in my back pocket.
Would you do it in like a distribution format though, like how you did, like where you do it on a project, where you'd release like the band? Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, that's a conversation that I've toyed around with my band, bringing things back to life. But this conversation we had inspired me. Like, yeah, go ahead, Mama, just go ahead and do it.
Do it.
Just go ahead and do it.
Do it.
And before I even get into new music, it's more so going to be, let's take some of these old songs and recreate the live experience, and then we can kind of progressively move forward from there too.
Do you guys have like a most memorable show?
Oh, what was our most memorable show? The Silver Room Block Party in Chicago. That was pretty epic. That
You
was
just
pretty
rolling
epic.
on all cylinders.
Yeah, that was.
What was the lineup like? Were you guys supporting somebody? Was it put together locally? How did that end up coming about?
It was a local festival, and
Nice.
so we.
okay.
Like,
So
it was
paint,
like
so
the
paint it
cast
for us.
of
Was it the middle of the
Empire was
day?
out there. It was dope.
Was it the middle of the day? What was it? What time of year was it?
It was summertime. It was a Saturday night. Right before, like, we got done and it started raining.
Oh,
whoa!
Right when you got done.
You must have smoked it.
Hey, that's the universe.
It started raining when we got off the stage.
They say we've seen
It was outside, or was it inside the venue?
It was outside. It was a festival.
Because it's a festival. Gotcha. Was it a festival?
Yeah.
Have you got to play it again? Have you got to play that festival since then?
No, I didn't apply for it anymore. Because I think like they stopped it. It was the year right before COVID. So then they like stopped it and stuff. So I haven't got a chance to like apply and play again.
Well, here's your reminder to reapply now from your brother Mambo.
I got you.
Especially with that album dropping too.
Harp got another one for you, man.
Is it too early to? Is it too early to leak a title too for the project?
It is too early.
Okay. You see, I'm a pry.
I see. He tried.
Closed mouth does not get fed.
But here's something you can tell us, man. Harp wants to know: is there an artist you'd like to collaborate with?
Man, I say her name all the time, and everybody looks at me crazy. I want to collaborate with Doja Cat.
Okay.
I wouldn't
And
see
you know
that.
what?
I wouldn't necessarily see that for you, but
I could understand why people might look at you crazy based on some of the social media decisions and antics she's had, not necessarily aligning with Chill Jada or Barred Up Jada.
Artistically, you can't really deny
but
she's done.
But if we listen to Fun Jada that we heard earlier, that I could totally see you guys creating something that was like super fun, super free, but also had like enough of like droplets of conscious elements in there too, to where if you're listening, like, okay, I kind of learned something. Like, you know, it might not be the conversation, but it's gonna spark the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing.
Yeah. Dropless conscious rap.
Hey,
man, Doja got bars. You know, I be telling people that all the time. Nobody,
enough.
Okay. No, she doesn't miss often or ever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I ain't even gonna hold you. That little Paint the Town Red, I got that on my gym playlist. That come on, I get that.
Did you listen to the rest of the album?
I didn't hear the full album yet, so I'm gonna give the album a full play, so I can, because that's what I'm an old school listener. If they drop the single, I'm listening to the single. But if you drop an album, I need to hear track 1 to whatever the last track is. All the skits in between, everything. I want to feel, because the way I was raised, we're supposed to be making music is like making movies. So from song 1 to the last song, it should feel like you were watching a film. You're experiencing something. Oh, they transition. There's conflict. There's success. There's triumph. There's all these different feelings. So now I'm gonna give it a listen. Because you said so, I'm gonna give it a listen. I got you.
Gotta listen to it.
Right. Well, I don't have any Doja Cat for you, man, but I do want to bring in one more song before we're done. So this one's actually coming from New York. The Knoxman Committee on this joint right here. It featuring Mars Money and T Hope. It's called In the Ghetto. So enjoy this joint right here. Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue. We'll be right back to close it out with Jade the Ivy.
Every
everything I write is what my life like. Everything y'all depressed about, I survived twice. 7 summers, 6 winters, I survived nights. They try to cook me, I could have been fried rice. Thought I'd get a deal ASAP, could have been signed twice. Still a legend in my dressing, all issues got 5 mics. Never align yourself with a stupid side. It's real again on the other side, who you in line with. Y'all keep making excuses for these snitches. I hope looking run down on you and shoot you out your slip. Ha ha. Like gra gra gra. I'm in the ghetto. Ra-ta-ta. With heavy artillery that come with extensions like Flatbush artillery. How you take time to watch face and belittle me? I can't tell time cause the watch face too glittery.
These guys unfit, I'm try unfit. With fly young chicks who say high tongue flit, then try tongue kiss. Who shy don't flinch, her thighs sun kiss. Won't try come quick, I find comfort. High off pugnant lies, Iman shumpit. Don't try jumping, you not drumming. If I summon my tribe gunsmiths, you'll die sudden. Non-judgment, I'll put you under the ground. Your sky plummet like this what y'all wanted. Don't die bluffing, I'm not bluffing. Why y'all cuffing? What? You not fixing? Just drop muffin. You guys something. You guys, man, you taking up space in the store, bro. Buy something. I made it up state for the score about 9 something. I came back, stayed with a O for 5 months and my name got placed in the holes for fried onions. Look, I pump bass to the poor. Pump bass, bump bass, feel the bass on the floor. Pump face, bass heads, watch them shake on the floor. Don't fake, cause pump fakes will get you placed in the morgue. So stay in place. See my itineraries, find celery. Get fly definitely, shine heavily till I'm divine heaven. My ties heavily tied with guys from every side where y'all never be. Why the sky's treachery? Y'all flyers, y'all ever be. When I'm 70, I won't die alive. Centuries thrive what God said to me.
All right, there you go. It's called In the Ghetto by the Knockman Committee, featuring Mars Money and T Hope. JJ Grant says it reminds him of old Cat. Okay, I see you, JJ.
Yeah, JJ.
It kind of does, man. It kind of does.
That era.
All right, we only have like a minute or two left. So, Jade, is there an artist you'd like to suggest for us to be a future guest on this program?
Yeah. My homegirl, her name is HV Vibe. She's a dope artist. And she's just a dope artist, period. HV Vibe, she's from Chicago. She's definitely
HV Vibe.
Let her know we'll be contacting her.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And we're going to give you opportunity for final words. Anything you would like to say before the show concludes?
I would like to say thank you guys so much for having me. Next time I'm coming out there, I do not care. We're in the studio. I have my juice and everything. Look.
Hey. Appreciate you.
Yes.
No, I definitely know the sushi spots. So.
Yeah, definitely. I gotta come out there, seafood, all that. Like I had everything mapped out. I was like, I'm gonna get some seafood. This, that. So next time I'm coming out there, and we're gonna get it. So thank you guys again for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's what's
up. It's late over there. Appreciate you staying up with us.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
What do we got next week? Well, we got Payday. Yep. And Taylor Hart's back, man.
Welcome back.
Co-host.
Former co-host.
Yeah.
T Hart.
Okay. So Payday, Taylor Hart. It's going down next week, December the 6th. Next first show of December, man. Wow. 2023. Already almost done.
The wrap up.
Payday, Taylor Hart next week. Check it out. December 6th, 9 p.m. Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. We'll be back with you next week. Following all of our platforms. You know what it is. Facebook, that's facebook.com/group/Fresh Juice Media, IG and X at Fresh Juice Media. Remember to live tweet the playlist on X and also tag the artists. You can learn more about them. And of course, subscribe on our YouTube, just like Mambo's doing right now with his phone. YouTube.com.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
That's Fresh Juice Media. There you go, man. Even though he's already.
I encourage all y'all to go outside, because this next episode was booked just because I happened to be outside. Shout out to my guy Payday. Shout out to Taylor Hart. But we went out to the Oblate Reed show, saw Saul, a bunch of different people in the building, and we're having some conversations. Payday's going to tell you about his show that he got called The Skit Show, where they eat super spicy hot wings. I'm gonna be a guest on there in the afternoon time, and then evening we're gonna come pop it with fresh juice. So it's gonna be a good time, man. Make sure y'all tune in next week. Tap in too, Jade. If you ain't doing nothing, come kick it with us again. Jump in the comments. We love to hear from all our guests all the time.
Yeah.
You always welcome, man. You part of the gang now.
Yeah, I'm in this thing.
Welcome to the juice pack.
The juice pack. That's what we call ourselves, man. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to another edition of Fresh Juice. Peace and bless. Keep sipping that fresh juice.